it's sunny outside, but in the studio it's kind of cold. And today we're talking a topic which is rather popular. Every time we come out to talk about this particular topics, we have a lot more registrations for our view and a lot of views on YouTube channel as well. It is called Grants for Small Businesses. You know, as a small businesses, when you start up, and there are opportunities and you can look into to get loans or to get free money, right? From whether it is the government or it is the corporation or nonprofit. So folks, let's just kind of understand when we look for free money. When you're in business looking for free money, you either are looking for federal or governmental money that they give out for free for a certain agenda, and then, or you look for big corporations, they are like moving out of programs to gather people, to award people. Like Facebook has done that for small business during the pandemic. So you have FedEx has been doing that for a long time. They are launching a new program again pretty soon, so we're going to mention that here. And so those private companies, and when they have this giving spirit shining upon them, and they would give different grants out, right? And also you have nonprofit organizations. Those organizations, they receive money from maybe the government, and they have certain programs to fund you. For example, Immigrant Entrepreneur Summit is a nonprofit, right? It is nonprofit for immigrant business owners. So when you are small business owners and you want to get a grant, they have a $5,000 grant that you can apply by pitching your business ideas. So with that said, let's go through our long list. We have about 25 useful link that we're going to give you, which are different grants that you can look into and see whether you can qualify. I'll tell you that this is not an easy job, okay? You think doing business is hard, getting free money is also hard. It's not easy. And you have never, I don't think you will hear people telling you that, oh, you know, the money just fell out of trees. I just got it. I didn't even ask. They give that to me. That's a lie, because you really need to write them professionally before anybody would give you that money and trust that you would use it for the right purpose. So with that said, let's just get into our presentation today, okay? So what you see right now is our website. So here, communitycpa.com. We are a 27 years old company and has always prided ourselves to be the knowledge carrier in the community. And we have a lot of expertise in our firm, and people with tax planning need, people with business over 1 million, business over 1 million to whatever. Our largest company is about $250 million a year sales. So those are our sweet spot. And if you are a business with that size, man, HR block is not your place. And, you know, one single person tax preparer, that's where you go for your taxes. No, you are mistreating yourself. You should be moving your company into a size like Community CPA, so have us taking care of you. So that's our website. And if you want to find out what we can do for you, or you have a quick question you want to meet with us, and you can go to appointment and click that button. It will give you the partners, so you can look at which area we are practicing. Or maybe you saw me on YouTube channel, you just want to talk to me, and you can book my time here. So that will give you our time availability, so you can literally book that online. You don't have to call the office to get that. So you do see that our service is chargeable service, and we always do the video meeting, and these are available time. You're probably gonna look at the time and goes, what? You have 8:45 p.m. Oh, yes, we do. That's how we are, right? We're crazy and we're dedicated people, and working is enjoyment. So I don't mind to meet you when you are finishing busy with your business and come to talk to me, and I'm available. And with that said, I want to also introduce our YouTube channel. And the YouTube channel, we have about 4,700 subscribers, so little. We like that to be a lot more. We have over 1,000 knowledge videos sitting here, folks, and you can come to here and type Community CPA. You will find us on YouTube. Then here is a magnified glasses. You can type in what you want to know. For example, if you're puzzled with mark-to-market, then you can type mark-to-market, and then you will find all the relevant videos out there for you. If you are wondering about tax planning, type tax planning. And if you're wondering depreciation, tax depreciation. So those videos will come out to you. You know, our videos are really good. I'll tell you why. Because we don't use big words. And we know that people who watch our videos are the ones that are trying to create a business and they are learning. And we don't use big words because English is my second language and I'm not good with all these, bizarre big words. And all of these words are creating confusions, right? So our way of explaining business is like a conversational. It's a layman terms and not fancy, but we have strong logics because we are very well educated, very well experienced, so you can learn from us through our Chinglish or English and our Spanglish, however you're going to call our language, right? All right, so now I am going to take you to our PowerPoint. So the first PowerPoint cover page is grants for small business. That's what we are here for. And always, before we start, we introduce myself. My name is Ying Sa. I am the managing partner of Community CPA and also founder of this organization, this company. And if you ask me, okay, what is the biggest point you can give me to brag about yourself? I'm an author. Yes, not only accountant, I'm also an author. I published one book already. It's called Appointment with Ying at 8 a.m. And I am, this year, I will be publishing. It's written and just waiting the procedures to go through. So I will publish another book called Appointment with Ying at 10 a.m. The book cover is already designed by Grace. I just loved it. And it is growing your business. Isn't that cool? And so we have starting your business, then you grow. And waiting for my third book is called Growing Your Business Outside of the Box, Merger and Acquisition. That's my third book. The fourth one will be Retiring from Your Business. I'm not ready to write that one yet, but it is the 4-book series to talk about business process. So you start, you grow, and you merge or you sell, then you retire. So that's a life, right? So I will articulate this business life in 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. So that way we got a series going. So those are the books I have in my pocket, and I like to get that out. So in 2023, this year, I started to draft the third book, Merger and Acquisition. And while I'm drafting the book, trust me, I'm also learning about that as well because my clients are going through it. We as a community CPA, we're looking at acquiring other CPA firms. And so we are on our journey to do this 2 p.m. business. With our own experience, with the client's experience, the book will come out very interesting. So that is something I want to mention to my audience so you know that what I'm up to. Other than doing webinars, other than doing webinars, I'm writing books. And of course, working too, right? So in our webinars, we mentioned we have knowledge we share with you, but we want you to know that it's a free knowledge, so we don't take responsibilities. And this is the responsibility disclaimers that we show in every of our videos, just in case what we understood was incorrect or what we talked about is outdated already when you watch it. So make sure that when you go onto our YouTube channel, you look at the timestamp, right? Some of the knowledge would not expire that quickly. For example, if you are looking at mark-to-market, election. Those knowledge don't expire because they are rules, regulations. I mean, even if we change president, they don't normally change that rule. So it would stay pretty stable. Financial statement would not change. But if you look at ERC, PPP, RRF kind of thing, then suddenly those are changing, right? So be sensitive to the knowledge you take online and how much they change and whether they're old knowledge or not. I did have one audience from YouTube channel and correcting some content that I think he got from YouTube, from our old videos. So of course it was not correct because government already made changes. That was during the pandemic time. So I know how important that is for you to be sensitive to the timestamp. Okay, so is these free money? Is there really free money out there? We always say that yes or no. Because even if you got a grant, they say it's not taxable, it's free to you, and that yes, you take it. So even those money, if you got those money, it's not really free because you have a compliance review that coming to you. So we always say that if you take the government money, you want to be really serious about getting ready for compliance review. But if you are getting corporations money, like say FedEx and people like that, they normally don't require you to do audit because their amount is not that big. But if they give you a big amount and in the contract it says that, hey, Ying, I gave you this grant, but you need to submit audit report to me every year to make sure that you're spending that money correctly. These are additional compliance requirements which you never need to pay any money for, but suddenly when you get those free money, you need to pay that. Okay, so that's why we say yes or no, and it really depends on what money you got. But if you're getting, as long as you're getting free money from some organization, from the government, it is very possible you will be told what you need to do at the end of the year to report back of your result, and also making sure that you are spending that right. So the third party going to come to look at you. All right, so now our next section of talk is related to government grant and assistance. So what I will do is every slide representing one. So I will show you the slides, then we will go to the website to take a look at the link I have within that slide so you actually know what we're talking about, what the website looks like. What I want you to do, folks, is when you see that is sort of interest to you, just take a screenshot of the slide because the URL is in the slide, so we tell you where to go on the website. So the first one we want to present to you is Innovation Research Grant and the Technology Transfer Program Grant. So this is a SBA program. Okay, and I want you to realize that we're talking about government program right now, right? So we have the federal government, state government, city, and the county. They're all government entities. Every one of these entities could come up with free money for a certain group of people. So in this particular search we do, we sort of limit ourselves into disadvantaged minority group just because, as our name suggests, and we are a firm that work with a lot of very successful minority business owners. So we know that how you work. So if there is any grants that designed for you, we want you to know. That's why we're listing them here. So you can see that this one has a link. Is a government, is a small business. Innovationresearch.gov is a government entity. So what they're saying is that they are funding the innovations, stimulate. They're trying to make technology innovation, and they're trying to encourage small businesses to utilize the federal government's R&D and to fulfill federal government's R&D, research and development needs through these grants. So it is really a pot of money for a small business. So they are encouraging innovation. So you can see that to be eligible, the small business must be American owned, okay, organized as a for-profit entity like Tesla. Tesla would get that, right? But they're not qualified just because of the size, but those are the private entity. They're for-profit. They're not non-profit. They're for-profit and have less than 500 employees. I mean, I'm just thinking of the clientele I have on my book, and I don't have any one of my clients have more than 500 employees. So what does that tell you? That just tells you that it includes a lot of people, right? So on July 21st this year, there will be they call that road tour to advertise this particular program. This is in Iowa at here in Des Moines, Iowa, and the place is called FFA Enrichment Center. It's in the community college campus called DMAC Community College. It's Des Moines. Man, I never really tested myself for just always said the abbreviation. So it is in the local place where you can go in to figure out whether your small business can do some innovation and it can participate in this program. So let me go to our website where I show you. This is where that website is. You see SBIR, and that is the program site, and you will recognize when you see that. Okay, so that is the number one we have to show you. So let's go to our number two slideshow. So our number two program. It actually reverted back. I don't know why, but we will see. If it is keeping on reverting back like that, and we will show all your link at once, okay? And so that way we don't keep on moving the screen like that. So our next program is actually called SBA Business Development Program. So this particular one, we also have a website link. The government authorizes sole source contracts to 8A participants. You know what is 8A participants? This is something you need to register to become first before you go on to apply for these loans and the grants. So they're saying that you have to be 8A participants. And I mean, almost every small business qualify. You just need to apply. I know some people will say that, Ying, you don't know how hard that is. It's very difficult to apply. And you can look into your local university. Most of the time, you'll find the local university has an outreach center, and they will help small businesses, and they help you to apply. So a lot of that services are free. So you can get into that category, so you can really participate in these kind of free money, or very low interest loan. So it is a money that you can take advantage of. The qualification, it listed the qualification. The website on here, and I will show you, is this one. Is this SBA website with 8A Business Development Program. So just coming in here, knowing that something is in existence. It's not like, it's hidden. You just have to know what you are looking for. All right? Okay, so let's go to our next slide, which is the Rural Business Development Grants. This one shares the same website as the one I just showed you. It is SBA program, and it provides technical assistance and training for small rural business that have fewer than 50 workers. So this is just a resources that I'm showing to you, and whether you qualify or not, just go on the website to study. And that's really the best way for you to not miss out for any free money that's out there. Okay, so we have been introducing you to SBA program, right? So the first one is the one that we just come through business development program. Then the second one is the rural business development grants. Okay. Then the next one I want to show you is the disaster response resources for California businesses. And we want to bring this out because it is still there and it is still available to businesses in 33 California counties. So it is really a very massive grants, and the people who run California business should check out to see whether they're eligible. So let me show you the website that you can go and to look at that. So this is the website for California Resilience and Disaster Preparedness. And this is the grant. It's not about COVID, right? This is more like the fires and the earthquakes and natural disaster come to you and hindered your business growth and the business development. This is where you come. So this is California, 33 counties. I mean, there's a lot of counties are impacted by that, and they are allowing you to explore what the government have for you, okay? And then the next one is also related to, let me see, actually, related to small business loan guarantee program. You know how when you look for loans, I give you example, if you are thinking of building a shopping mall, you got a piece of land, you want to build a mall in there. Obviously, you don't have pocket money to do that, so you will get loan, right? But when you get loan, the lender wants something to guarantee your loan. They know that you're building this is $10 million job, but they want at least $8 million collaterals, whether that is your house worth $8 million or is something else. So in this particular guarantee program, and the California, the government will secure your loan for you. So that means you don't have to put in personal guarantee. The government would do that. They will, if you default, the California government will pay 80% of your loan to the bank. So the bank don't lose anything. They probably lose 20%, but you probably paid 20% down already. So in the end, the bank is win, right? Even if you lose. So these are the program have a huge impact for for the growth of small business owners. So this is right here, folks. You can see that is a loan guarantee program. Is iBank at California. All right, so let's go back to our PowerPoint. I have a little trouble to go to PowerPoint. Don't know what happened. I'll restart my program. I couldn't find my program anymore. Just not right. Hey Grace, can you come to help me because I just lost the PowerPoint. It doesn't move anymore. No, just come over. Yeah. That's Grace. Now you see Grace. So you see I lost the movement.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's here. Just so. Okay, yeah. I'm back. All right. So now you see Grace. There's always hidden heroes behind everything on the surface, right? I know you always see me, but you don't know who is behind me and the supporting. I have Grace, Catherine, Derek, and Brent. They're just, they're they love this program, and they come on Saturday, and while everybody is out there playing, and they coming in to help me, and yeah, it's a good work. It's a good work together, and we have a really good team. So now I talked about the disaster response resources for California. We see that website already. And I also talked about the guarantee program for the California businesses, right? So you understand what is guaranteed program. It doesn't sound like anything is not giving you money, and why would I care? You care because it is guaranteed. That means you don't have to come up with a guarantee in case your business fails. What does that mean? That means the business fails and it doesn't impact your personal interest, right? So now let's go on to our second sector which is the corporation. It's a big company grants. So this is a whole list of grants we have, and the first one is actually coming from a company called ambergrantsforwomen.com, and this one has been in existence for a while. So what they do is they continuously giving out 10,000 grants every month, so you got a monthly winner, and then at the year end they have one big winner out of those 10,000 winners, so that that person gets $25,000 additional. So then they have all kind of things going on within the company to educate you and also promote you, so help you with the business growth. So let's take a look at what I am talking about in terms of the website, what it looked like, right? So the website is actually look like this. So this is 2023 Women's Net Grants. So you come here, you explore. But they require you to pay a membership fee to sign up. I think it's a $15 application fee. So you do that. If you are going to pay the application fee, I would say that you try it again and again and again. Make sure that you are on top of the game and see whether you can get in that grant, right? And then other than that, we also have what we call, another one is called the Sogel Black Founder Startup. So it's 10K to 5K cash grant to Black women and the non-binary entrepreneurs. So you see how it's so targeted to certain people, right? So when you look at the grant, when you search for grants, you also want to set those parameters for yourself to search. So that way you actually more targeted in the grants or free money you're looking for. That's how we pull this together, because we set our parameters. We know what group of people we want to service. So we pull them out and to see whether there's any grants or opportunities that is good for them. So Sogel Black Founder, and this one, it is a website looking like this, Sogel. And you can come in here, register your name, and then start exploring website, okay? So that is the whole reason why we want to tell you where to go to look for, so you remember that website. If you don't have time to listen to the whole thing, when you come back to YouTube channel, look for what we talked about, just make sure that you take a copy for the slides and you take a copy for the link. So that way you for sure will find it after this webinar. Right? All right. The next one I want to show you is a female founders Black Business Support Fund. It is so easy to read, right? It is actually this is a grant up to $2,500, free business consultation, very important. Business consultation is actually one of the reasons some people succeed and some are not. You know, a lot of times when we get into the business in the very beginning and we think we're very good with it, that's why we get into the business, right? And the Ying thinks she's really good with accounting and really good with taxes, so she got into the business. But I'll tell you the difference between those small CPA firms and open and closed, and versus small CPA firms and grew to be like community CPA. The difference is that we consult. We actually pay money. And if you want to know the highest amount, I paid for about 8 hours consultation. and in order to grow the company. And I'll tell you the number. I paid $35,000 for 8 hours consultation to grow business. So those are the investment that you do. If someone give you free business consultation, I take it. Even if after that I felt like, oh, I know everything, what they told me is not anything new, but actually very important, even if nothing new, because you reaffirm what you already understood. In the past, what you already understood could be a okay statement in your mind, but with a little question mark, whenever something not going in the right way, you think maybe you are not right? If you have no confirmation. But imagine if you paid dollars or you got a free consultation, then you confirmed your thought. Oh yeah, this person think the same way. Or my clients come to me and after talking to me goes, Ying, I now know how to do, because you basically reorganized my thought. I am good now. So those are the things. So don't look at a free consultation thinking not important, very important, okay? And I want you to take advantage of that, whatever you do. All right, so let's look at the website for this. So this is the Black-owned business website. And this is where small businesses are the heartbeat of community. And this year has been particularly difficult for them, right? You know, it echoes what we feel. In community CPA, we have more than 10,000 clients. You know, we are such a good, thermometer. Our company, Community CPA, is a thermometer. It's a thermometer indicator for the economy, for the larger economy. What did we see? We see businesses harder. And what else did we see? We see supplies cost went up and now slowly coming down. What else do we see? We see a lot of people don't want to work, now slowly come back. So those are indicators of business at large. But it's difficult for small business owner because people just left their job and now suddenly they want to come back, but small business owner is not ready. Or the business is already being damaged. When things coming back, it takes time to heal. So those are the things very typical. For 2023, I call it a year of healing for a business because we have come through drama, both in 2020, 2021, and 2022. So 2023 is really a year of stabilization and recovery and healing. So that's a story of most of the small business that we know. All right. So the next one, it is Coalition to Back Black Business. The Coalition to Back Black Business is a multi-year initiative to support Black small business owners and the communities they serve as they recover from the pandemic. Okay, so this is from 2020 to 2024. We still have a year and a half left. So let's take a look at their website, folks, and see what they have, right? So this is the website they have. Back Black Business. It's BBB, like Better Business Bureau, but it's not the same, right? So they have the announcement. Look at this in the grant recipients. So you can tell, you know, it's real, it's there, apply for it. I know it's not $5 million, but 5,000 grants is good free money, I would say, right? All right, so the next one we have for you is Fast Break for Small Business Give Back. And this one is supporting small business with $6 million in grants and the services, 10,000 grants up to 500 worth of legal zone product services. Okay, So this is the corporation called the LegalZone. When you log into LegalZone, you form company. So they are giving this fast break for small businesses. So you can go online to apply for that, right? They also give you $500 worth of free service. So you either get 10,000 grand and you got free service. That is a good deal. So let's take a look at what their website looks like. It's just like this, okay? Fast break for small business gives back. So, look at that. They tells you that 3 million in grants, 3 million in service, 5,000 plus small business helped. Already did. They already helped. So this is LegalZone. This is the first time we actually post LegalZone, and before I don't think we have LegalZone. So they're new or last time we didn't see it. Then there's another one called the micro grant for HERISE. So the HERISE micro grant provides financial assistance with help of our corporation sponsors and donors. You see, this is a entity that pull into the corporation sponsor donors to women of color, okay, creating innovation solutions that impact their community and that are often unable to secure funding for their small business. So you have a hard time to get money, and you're helping your community, and you are a woman and women of color. There you go. So let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at what kind of website there is for this one. It looks like this, HERISE, and it's digital funding solution for women of color. All right? So if you identify yourself as a woman of color and take a screenshot on this one and tell me if you listen to our webinar and finally got a grant, we really want to hear, because we want to be rewarded by your success. Okay, that's the only way. It's a free webinar. So the only way we can get rewarded is you give us a thumb up, or you subscribe to our channel, or you got grants. You're like, hooray, I got grant, Ying. And you told me to do that. I did it, and this is great. That's what we want to hear. And the last one related to the corporation side of things is this FedEx. The FedEx Small Business Grant has been going on for years, starting from the pandemic time. And then Comcast Rise. That one is also a very popular one. So let me go to the FedEx for you. This is the FedEx. See our FedEx logo and the Small Business Grant. And please, keep an eye on this. As long as you are a FedEx customer, you can apply. Okay, I didn't pull the Comcast.com, and you can Comcast Rise. You can just copy this one. Our next section, what I want to tap into is nonprofit, because nonprofit is not just that, nonprofit don't have money and they are nonprofit. So nonprofit receives funding from the government. So when they have the funding, some of the funding they receive, it is for them to send the money out to other companies or to other support groups, right? So just like Immigrant Entrepreneur Summit, and this is the one that I'm going to show you. This Immigrant Entrepreneur Summit, it is a nonprofit organization. And they have this $5,000 grant they give out every year in November 18, 2023. Okay, that's the day. They're going to give that $5,000. In fact, I was told it's going to be $10,000. So you see, that dollar is free. But what you do is you need to submit your business plan, ideas, marketing plan, only one page. It doesn't really ask for a lot. And they want to select 3. So you go onto the stage to pitch your business. And then they have underwriters from the sponsors. They will judge why you got the 10,000, the other people didn't. So they explain to you what gone through the underwriting. You know what underwriting is, right? Underwriting is the process each lender go through to secure their fund. They give you a couple $1 million, but they want it back. But how to secure that dollar to come back? They go through underwriting to make sure you can pay it back, right? So with that said, this underwriting exposed competition is just exposing underwriting procedures in the bank. So our small business owner knows why they got funded. Sometimes we hear people goes, oh, I applied for a loan, I didn't get it. I don't know why. And then you hear the other person goes, I applied for a loan, I don't even know why I get it. I don't want it anymore. So it's like, you need to understand underwriting. So let's take a look at the website, folks, with me, right? This one is the website, Immigrant Entrepreneur Summit and the Business Pitch Competition. Okay, so you can apply, folks. Did you see that? And look at these happy people who got the funding. I know, Claudia, she got funding. I'll tell you, Claudia Sable, and she is still strong. This is what, 2017? Man, she's still, rock and roll with her business. The start fund of $5,000 just did a really good job for her. So, maybe that's what you need. So you need to come here to apply and attend. You have to personally attending the meeting to get the money. You cannot do it online, okay? But you can apply it online. So the next one we want to give you is this SelfEmployed Association. So if you are a business owner, you're self-employed, become a member, because not only you get a grant, you can apply. Of course, it's not everybody gets it, but you can apply. The thing is that when you are in business, and you have to agree with me, it's a lonely game. You are in business, you didn't make it, but you still have to pay money out to your employees, to people who help you. And you can short yourself, but you can't short people who work for you, right? So when you get into that situation, you don't have money, only enough to pay this one employee, and you yourself, it's the second month you didn't get paid, and then you have little kids at home and wanting to buy, Popsies, and you can't even buy them. And those kind of situation is a lonely situation. You don't get luxury to go to talk to your employee. Goes, I don't have money. I only just paid you, and I don't have any. You think that would work for you? Your only employee gonna quit because there's no security for this job. You're already telling them you don't have money. How are you gonna be a boss, right? So with that kind of dynamic, you actually playing a lonely game. And a joint association like this would help you. And I'm not saying that you have to join this one, but just get yourself into a community. Get yourself into a society where it's more in line with what you do. Get to know more people who does better than you, and also get a little bit of people, activity, commotions around you, so you don't feel lonely and you don't play lonely game. Okay, and I say that a lot because I knew that from my own experience. In the very beginning, I don't have people to talk to, but I learned to really just give the experience to the peers who are partners and the owners of CPA firms. I'll just tell them what I do, and I want them to tell me whether I'm doing it right or wrong, and what do they do. So those kind of knowledge exchange only happens in a defined society. So much said for that, and let me show you the website. So this is the website for the self-employed. It's called NASE, National Association for the Self-Employed. It's literally like putting all the orphans together, so to have an orphanage. You kind of feel like that, right? Sometimes we feel so down, we feel like an orphan. But there are also times the business is so growing so well, and then we feel like to be on the top of the mountain. So all the feelings are valid, and you just need to make sure most of your time is surrounded by your peers, so you can draw energy and the fun and the community from the group, right? The next one is called California. It's a California Founders First Job Creators Quest Grant. The idea is that if you are the business owner and you are about to on the quest to offer first job to someone. So they have a grant like that. Let me show you. This is in California. And for each job creator's quest grant, they select 25 company and award them with grant package. So this is really related to the California founders, California business owners. Just keep that in mind. And let me go to the website so that you know what I was talking about. And this is where we are doing it. So growing your company with a grant for diverse small business in Southern California. All right. So our next one is actually a slide shows you the two grants that is coming up. Okay, the one is the one is the seed grant. So I'll bring you to the website. The other one is the Restaurant Care Resilience Fund. These are all operated by nonprofits. So today's webinar we kind of touched on three big parts, right? Money you got from the government, money you got from large companies like like Facebook. We don't have Facebook, but FedEx, right, is a good example. And also the third part is money coming from nonprofit organization or the association. These are the people filing the 990 return, right? They're different species. They're not the private owned company. And the corporation funded money, it is really all coming from the corporation's spirit, like they want the community to get better. Just like community CPA, we donate, we support. Immigrant Entrepreneur Summit every year for 17 years already. So of course, community CPA is a private company, but to come out bringing money and the resources to support a nonprofit with the mission of educating new immigrants to be entrepreneurs in U.S. And that is a mission. So we support that mission. So we put money there. So all the other big companies, they all do similar things if they are led by a leader with spiritual value. Not all the leaders are that way. Some of those leaders are just they're in the money pit. So all they do is count money. But there's also business owners, they're really grateful for what they got and they're willing to share. And I know it sounds so, someone will say that sounds very democratic. Or they say, well, that sounds very communist. It is not in that sense. We are talking about taking care of our own business at the same time and to elevate the community so the business also go up at the same time. So I always use analogy of your business is like a boat and the water is the sea level. So if you want your boat to rise high, you really rely on the level of the sea. So in order you to go higher and your sea level need to come up. So with that said, the community has to be healthy enough to support a business you want to be successful. So in that and from that angle, looking at things, that's why people say that if there is no community or if there is no consumer, there is no business. So do you appreciate the community? Do you appreciate the consumers? Of course you do, right? But that's not to say that every product you have should be giving free to the consumers, to the community. And we obviously is running a privately held, successful small business. So hopefully my philosophy agree with yours. So you keep me in mind when you want to find the best accountant in the country and you think of Ying Sa, you think of community CPA. So let me go to the link, the last two links I want to show you. One is this one, Immigrant Rising. This is the seed grant. So it's coming up, folks. It's not here yet. So please come over here. So type of grant, developing business owner grant and mature business owner grant, right? Application deadline And the priority deadline is May 8th, 2023. The application closed at 5 p.m. May 15, 2023. And to learn more, here you go, right? So somehow I think it's not starting, but here it says 2023. Just coming in to apply. So this is the Immigrants Rising, Transforming Lives Through Education. Very good subtitle. And then the last one I want to show you is this restaurant care. This is 5,000 grants for restaurants. See, you have to be a restaurant, okay? So this is the next funding cycle will be in October. So this is upcoming. So just make sure that you get yourself ready if you're a restaurant and see whether that would be something you can apply. With that, folks, and this is our talk for today. And we have our wrap-up slides. It always tells you that the 3 p.m. is magic time, and we do a lot of small webinars at 3 p.m. during the week. Saturday this time is always my time, so I'm on webinar with you. And here you can see that if you have ideas of what kind of webinar you want to know, you want to learn, and the topics that you want me to cover, and you email Catherine at communitycpa.com, and that's our phone number, 515-288-3188. If you call us right now today, and we have people working, and just so in case you do not know, and Community CPA, we open 6 days a week. So we open Monday to Saturday because our busy business owners just do not have time. Some of them don't have time Monday to Friday. They have time on Saturday. So we made that available to them. And we also are everywhere in the country because we meet our client all over the country and via video conference. And you already know how to log on to our website and the inquiry of a meeting with me or other partners. And I hope that you enjoy your rest of the Saturday. And I really appreciate the time you spent with me. And if you got funded, just don't forget to let me know. Okay? Talk to you. Bye-bye.